if you haven't tuned into an XFL game, I actually recommend doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the XFL because the games I've seen, basically, it's like more of a video game for some reason.
Actually, yeah.
The way they do it, it's just more of a video game. So I think it's kind of cool.
Honestly, the way they move, I watched their game. I was watching the Vipers versus the Renegades, and the way that I was watching them move, I'm like, is this a college game? Is this a high school game?
Fair.
I'm like, what the hell is happening?
I think that's interesting you say that because I think it looks more like college or high school because of their uniforms too.
Probably.
Their uniforms are like the NFL is like really professional, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like uniform or like the standard of it, but like these uniforms are crazy.
Oh yeah, no, they're awesome.
Like
well, not awesome, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're super colorful, like that sort of thing, which I think is good, especially for a league that's just starting.
Yeah, maybe that's why like when it comes to NFL, I like the Dolphins like league and like their stadium and stuff, because like maybe just because the way sun comes in with their colors, it generally looks beautiful. I'm like, that place is amazing.
I wish the NFL did more of that.
Honestly. Yeah. But, like, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's because of the colors and stuff. But it's kind of hilarious watching them move around. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I think the XFL is, like, actually entertaining, though, if you take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you aren't expecting NFL caliber, but you're expecting some good football.
True.
I think it's actually half decent. The other super entertaining thing, when you're watching the games, you can hear it, is all the players and coaches are mic'd up.
Yeah.
So like, you hear what they say and stuff.
Yeah.
They have to cut the audio a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's all mic'd up. Like, when they score touchdowns and stuff, you hear them screaming and stuff, like, as if the mic's on them, because it is. Or, like, you hear the coach talking to the refs. Kind of interesting.
It was a bullshit call.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. I think it brings in the viewer a little bit, which is good for a league that's trying to, like, get viewership, because the issue is people watch NFL football and they don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
They don't. So you have to find a way to make it entertaining enough for people to tune in.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, I like the layer of transparency they have there with that. Yeah. Like, some of my favorite clips from NFL isn't even plays. It's literally mic'd up, like, you know, whatever happens, like, a lot of times players cussing at each other like, get in line. Like it's the stupidest things, but it's funny.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
They're also very transparent with it as well, which is good because it's owned now by The Rock, his ex-wife, and Gerry Cardinale. Okay. So they looked at what the NFL was doing and like try to fix it kind of. So, like, now, if there's a call that needs to be reviewed, they go up to the head ref in wherever he's at, maybe New York, I don't know. Anyways, wherever, this XFL. And he is sitting there talking to the refs on the field. Like, you can hear him. So, it's like a very high level of transparency, which is good considering the main complaint about the NFL is, oh, this is rigged. The refs suck. The refs are in on it. So, having some transparency there is good.
Yeah.
Because then you could hear him, like, actually make the call.
Yeah. I don't know if it's... I haven't seen it in the live through the actual, the broadcast or whatever. But I've seen clips of it where they actually show, like, the actual center where he's at and everything, too.
Yeah.
So, like, you can see him, like, circling certain things, too. And
you
know the play that they're calling, it's okay. It's legit.
Even though that didn't help, because in week 1, there was a controversial call that he got wrong because he didn't have the right camera angle.
Was it the sideline?
Interception.
Oh, the interception?
The sideline interception.
Yeah.
It should have been an interception, but it got called a touchdown.
Okay, yeah.
It ended up not mattering because that team got whooped. The team that the touchdown went for got whooped. So it didn't really matter. But, and I see what you're saying. You mentioned it to me yesterday about how they're trying out rules.
Yeah. And
I think it's really good because they're doing it on the kickoff.
Yeah, that's interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
In which case, looking into the statistics behind the kickoff. Sorry, I don't mean. Were you about to go into what
continue.
it was, or
no? Continue. Okay. We'll go over that in a second.
To my knowledge, if I remember correctly, it's like 5 or 10 yards apart. That they're like the main. Everybody's like lined up on, right? Except for the kicker and then the receiver. Nobody on the line is allowed to move until the receiver has possession of the ball, and then all hell breaks loose.
Oh, that's completely different.
It's interesting, but like statistically, I don't know the exact percentage or whatever, but it decreases like concussions or injuries or whatever from it drastically.
Well, because I mean, think about it. On an NFL kickoff, there is a line of dudes lined up with the kicker. 250-pound dudes running full speed at you.
True.
That's why on every kickoff there's an injury, basically. Literally every single one. Someone on the blocking team, someone gets injured on a kickoff. Because these dudes are running full speed at each other. So at least this way, it's almost like you're just lining up on the line. Yeah. It's just extra 5 yards, but that's not enough time to really
accelerate.
And it's not like that allows the receiving team to get a huge boost either, because now the guys are right there. It's not like the receiving team can get around them because they don't have enough time to pick up speed. Yeah. It's like a perfect happy medium there. I wouldn't mind seeing that in the NFL, I'm going to be honest.
Me neither.
I mean, there's going to be a bunch of old heads. This isn't real football. They're supposed to be killing each other. But it's like, bro, I mean, I kind of like, I don't mind that at all. Plus, it speeds up the kickoff process because now there's more football to be played rather than you, worrying about the ball kicking off. Yeah. And then even though kickoff returns are fun, like if there's a touchdown return, but I feel like it would be the same in both situations. Yeah. So I don't know there.
Wasn't there one, I don't know if it was this week or not, but I might not even be thinking about the XFL probably, but I think it was the XFL. They got the kick return and stuff. They're going one way, but because the way they're lined up, he was able to cut back, move almost completely downfield. Yeah. Into like the what was it, 20-yard line or whatever, to win the game for his team, or 10-yard line or something. It was crazy. I could be thinking of the Super Bowl for all I know. I don't know. It was something recently. That's all I remember.
I think the benefit. Yeah. I think the benefit of the XFL though is for the XFL guys. Yeah. Because, and I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story about the St. Louis Battlehawks QB. Okay. But here's the issue, right? And like the NFL, let's say they're the top 1%, even though they're way less than the 1%. They're probably in the 0.01% of football players that make it to the NFL, right? Right. The hardest, so if they're the 1%, they're the 99th percentile. The hardest people it's on is the 98th percentile, where you just barely don't make the cut. You just aren't good enough, even though you spent as much time as these NFL dudes.
Yeah. Crushes your dreams.
You're just that close, right? Yeah. That's where the XFL comes in. Because that's a place for these guys. You know what I mean? True. You're not good enough to be on an NFL roster, but you still have a place to play football and make some money.
And you can get some recognition, too.
Yeah, True. Exactly. You could, that's the other really beneficial thing about this is the XFL this time around is doing a very good job about the media. Yeah. The players, coaches, owners of the XFL understand the media plays a very important part of the growth of their league. So the dudes are super cool on media, on the interviews. That's the issue with some of these big leagues like the NBA and NFL. The players know the players know that they don't need the media because the league is big enough to drive itself. Yeah. So some of these players and coaches just do not care about the media. I mean, fair enough. If you don't want to talk to the media, you don't have to. You know what I mean? It's their free will too. But it's really cool to see these XFL players super happy to be on camera and stuff because they're normally the dudes that are just warming the bench. Yeah. So it's super cool to see these dudes that normally don't get any recognition get them because in the NFL they might be bottom tier, but in the XFL they're top tier. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. And The Rock and the other two owners are doing really good. They're at every game. They're really involved. So
that's what I do love. You actually see the owners being involved with this sport.
But that's what you have to do because it's literally Dave and Goliath here. Yeah. You're facing the NFL, one of the biggest sport leagues on the planet. Yeah. You're not going to win. You need everyone to be all in for you to even have a chance.
See, there's a player I really love in the NFL. I'm so sad I don't remember his name right now. You mentioned that you brought him to my attention actually because I didn't pay much attention. Right, it was a dude during what was it Thursday night football, whatever. He was look at the camera Kazakage. It's
Jamal Williams.
Yes, yeah. I love him. He's probably one of my favorite players right now. Yeah, I could definitely see him shining in the XFL.
Yeah. Oh, he would definitely shine there.
It
but
would be crazy. I mean, he shines where he is. Maybe that's why I love him so much.
Well, yeah, because he's also one of the best running backs in the league right now.
True.
So.
He's just like such
good.
a character.
He's fine. Oh yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah, and he's good with the media, right?
Yeah.
Like, but the XFL knows it's less about them being good with the media and more about they know if the XFL fails, they're out of a job.
Yeah.
Like, these NFL players are like, the NFL isn't going to fail. I'm guaranteed to be here if I play good. You know what I mean? It's a different dichotomy with the XFL. So I think that's really good for those players too. Like the player I'm talking about on the St. Louis Battlehawks, AJ McCarron.
Okay.
He's being highlighted by The Rock and stuff.
I think I've heard that.
He's the QB for the Battlehawks. He took a pay cut to play in the XFL. He was offered a backup QB position in the NFL, but he took the XFL job because he said he can start in the XFL, and he wants he wants his kids to be able to see him play, which is like, that's another benefit. Because this dude literally, he was like, I'm taking the pay cut so at least my kids can see me play, because I would just be riding the bench in the NFL and I might never play a snap.
Yeah.
So instead, he took the pay cut to play in the XFL, so he has film and he has recognition.
Okay, yeah, that's where I see him from. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's super cool. I'm always about people getting recognition, because like, these dudes deserve it too. They're in the top 2%. These dudes work their ass off.
Yeah.
They just were not good enough.
I agree.
And the XFL is did you see their documentary series?
No, I don't think so.
So they did like a major documentary series on all the teams before the season.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever watched Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks is for the NFL. It's the training camp on one of the teams, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the XFL did the training camp, but for all the teams. And they called it Player 54 because the NFL has 53 player slots. So everyone on these XFL teams is Player 54. They were just out of the NFL, which I was like, oh, they're killing the game right now.
That's good.
They are killing the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always happy to see like people get recognition for that stuff.
Yeah.
Working your ass off, shit.
Hey, seriously.
And it's for our entertainment.
Honestly, yeah. Because anybody in like any sports, I don't care what you're playing. Actually, that's a lie. There might be one or two I can think of. But either or,
tennis.
Like, you put your body on the line to some extent.
Yeah.
For entertainment, whether you love it or you just doing it for the money, you're putting your body on the line, right? For some form of entertainment and stuff. So no matter what sport you'll most likely have my respect for it.
Yeah.
You know. Again, there might be one that I might be like, I don't know about you, but for the most part, it's just like respect.
The Vegas Vipers.
Yeah, the Vegas Vipers.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I swear in the old Madden games, you can create your own team. I swear that was my team every time, and it was black and red. I swear they stole it straight from my hard drive or something. I don't know.
Hey, I recommend. I obviously haven't, but I would go to an XFL game because you're seeing decent football.
True.
The crowds are insane. Like the XFL crowds are nuts. And then you also get to see some NFL players. Like the Vipers, for example, have Martavis Bryant.
Okay.
He's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He played for the Steelers, so my team. So it's nice to see him get some play time.
No, you have.
And the Raiders, and I think he played a couple other places. But that's cool. He used to play for the Raiders, and now he's in the same city as the Raiders. But there's also on the defensive side, Vic Beasley. He was drafted by the Falcons. He's a linebacker.
Okay.
So he used to see. This is what's crazy though. Like, this is what some people have to understand too. Like, you could work your entire life to get to this position, whether that's in sports or like success at all, right? And then even if you are at the top of your game, your life can just crumble. Because like Vic Beasley in 2015, he was drafted 8th overall. And now he's not even in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he was drafted 8th overall in that draft. You know what I mean? It's like, even if you work so hard, you can't, like, I don't know. It's just sad to see. So, at least having a chance over here.
True. Hey, which brings me to a point. You know what? I mean, I love football. I can't play it no more, unfortunately. But I still have a love for it. But that being said, Vegas Vipers. I highly doubt a single one of y'all watching this right now. But if this clip ever gives to y'all, whatever, somehow this gets to y'all, let me be your water boy. Let me be your water boy. True, I got you. I love football so much. I will be the most athletic water boy in history.
This is how you get in.
This is. I don't even care about the. Well, actually, let me not say that just yet. Let me start with the XFL. Let me be your water boy. I swear.
That's the way in. You start with the XFL, you get water boy, and then you go to the NFL and make 60, 70 grand being a water boy for these NFL teams.
And
that's the way in.
Even if I stay with the XFL or go to the NFL to be a water boy, at the end of the day, you're going to get the best me. I'm going to give you the highest energy. I'm just out here making sure y'all hydrated, showing some character, showing some love. You feel me?
What I want to know is, what about the cheerleaders?
True. I forgot.
I don't think
I think I've ever seen one, actually.
I'm sitting front row.
well, here's the thing. You probably could. Because I looked at the prices for these. Dirt cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Not even $100.
Well, because they're just trying to fill seats.
Yeah. I think it's like $60 for a seat.
We try and go to an XFL game. Possibly.
Hey, and he'll be mad. I'm going to wear a shirt that says, "Make me your water boy," with a giant sign pointed down to me at the shirt.
True.
I don't care. I will buy you both custom shirts that point to my shirt.
Have you seen the XFL beer snakes?
No.
Oh my God. This is what I'm saying. These XFL fans are crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, my fault. Maybe not the XFL. Yeah. But I've seen beer snakes happen at college games all the time.
Hella long cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do at the XFL.
They
have full stadium beer snakes.
What do they play?
Whoa.
Where? What?
The XFL. I don't think they play at the Legion.
Vipers. They do not. They cannot pay for Allegiant.
No. No, it's not T-Mobile Arena. It can't be.
No, I would look it up. Look it up real quick. Look up where they play. That's a good point, actually. I never even looked that up. I should have. There's no way they play in Allegiant because they, one, can't fill that many seats. Two, Allegiant's expensive.
Yeah, I know it's Las Vegas, Nevada, but tell me the stadium, you idiot. It's called Vegas. Oh, my gosh.
That's so funny. I think they play in Henderson, so maybe they have something down there.
Vegas Viper of XFL to play home games at Cashman Field.
Cashman.
Okay.
Duh.
Wait. Whoa, wait. Oh, was that where the maybe not. Maybe that's where the 51s played for baseball or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think Cashman's also baseball.
Yeah. Shoot. Either or, I will show up to your practices. I will show up to your games.
Well, you going to water boy.
Make me no. Even if I don't get water boy just yet, I will show up. Just put buckets of water. It's like, y'all need a water boy? Y'all need a water boy today? No, I'm gonna come back next game. I promise you. I will be there. Make me your water boy, dude. I'm out of a job right now, so I'm 100% dedicated to doing it.
I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna post that as a short. I'm gonna shout you out on the YouTube channel. Hopefully someone will come across it. Hopefully we can get some people tagging Vegas Vipers and stuff.
Yeah, truth. Let's start a whole rally. Make a whole movement in Vegas. Make Tyrone water boy.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy. You see it on a freaking billboard. Make Tyrone water boy.
That's crazy.
Dude, get the mayor to sign off on it, please. Let's get it done.
Hey, I'm down.
Start a petition. Oh, God. Sorry.
Let's get it done. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Actually. But, I mean, XFL, honestly, and in general, is going to be shaping up to be real interesting and fun.
I would just tune in for a few games. Screw it.
Yeah.
Also, another benefit for the viewer at home, because they're not as big as the NFL, they have hardly any ads. They don't have as close to many ads. Like, it's crazy watching an XFL game because you're watching it and your brain, like, instinctively realizes there's an ad coming. And then an ad doesn't come. Like, after every single thing that happens, your brain is like, oh, here comes an ad. So I get on my phone, but I'm like, oh, wait, the game's still on.
Yeah.
Because I've been trained by the NFL to just get all these ads thrown at me. But the XFL, it's like, oh, no, you're gonna hear the coach talking during the timeow. Yeah. You're not going to go to an ad and see Whopper, 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 Whopper. Or some
oh my God,
shit.
That song has been stuck in my head. Have it your way.
They killed that ad.
Dude,
they murdered it.
I love that song. I hate it so
that
much.
Ad.